let us talk about the Moxley interview with Dave Meltzer. You listened to it.
Yeah,
I wasn't.
it was great. His
I
interviews are
did see
so
the very
weird.
beginning of it. I
His
did hear the
interviews
very
are
beginning where he was just like, I could tell you how I really feel, but I mean, I could just tell you everything's going great, but I'm going to tell you the truth. Everything fucking sucks right now. I love that about him. He doesn't come into an interview with like bullshit, like like you could see him on like he'd be like the Tonight Show. He's like, well, I could tell you that this movie's really good, but let me tell you, I think it sucks, and I think this show sucks. Like I can see Moxley doing that. Like nobody else does that. There's something so
no man.
authentic about the way he is. What did he say? That was give me some points.
I
What did he
just
say?
like the weirdness to his interviews. There is a level of realness to his promos and everything he does that I like. Um, he was basically, talking about how when he first if he would have done that angle and feud with Mick Foley to start his
Hmm.
career in WWE, he would have been buried because the second they told them, okay, here's a script, in the beginning, it would have been the death for him. Because at least when he started talking about it, he was already a part of the Shield, so you
Yeah,
couldn't
he was
really do
protected.
much.
Although, if he did do it with Foley, I think there would have been a level of protection that he wouldn't have had with a.
No,
No, you don't think so?
no,
You think he would have just been buried?
no. How many people have Mick Foley liked and tried to protect, and it never
I,
worked?
I mean, but Foley gets a lot of carte blanche. You look at that Orton feud.
Justin,
That was no.
Justin,
Okay.
look at Karrion Cross and Keith Lee. What can Mick Foley do that
I'm
Triple
not
H
talking
can't?
but that's not. I'm talking about if they actually hit.
But listen to
He's
what
just
I'm
talking.
saying. The thought of any guy outside of The Rock that can actually protect them from Vince is laughable. It's
No, I'm not
laughable.
talking about protect him from Vince. I'm saying that he might have. You're talking about two different things. One is an actual angle
No, I'm
that he'd be
talking
doing with
about in
Foley.
every sense. He is saying, this is what Moxley is saying, that the second they give him a script, that he was gonna react so bad to it that it would have derailed his career. That's
All
what
right,
he
that's a
is
good
saying.
point.
And
Yeah, yeah,
nothing Foley was gonna say was gonna
yeah.
stop that.
Okay,
Because
you all right? You
remember,
brought up a great point.
you
Yeah.
remember like within, I don't know, 4 months of the Shield, that he was in the doghouse. Imagine
Was
if
he?
he wasn't in the Shield.
Was he
That
in the
doghouse would
doghouse?
have been FEW, whatever the hell it was called.
Was he? He was in the doghouse.
Yeah, he was in the doghouse when he was
Mm.
United States champion and never defended it.
Yeah, yeah. I do. I vaguely remember that. I
Yeah,
just remember his first interview with
him
the
and
Shield,
Rollins were both in the doghouse.
and they asked him a question, and he goes, "Nope." And the way he did it was so great. Nope. Like we don't care. I mean, that's what I think got them over. All right.
He
So
was
what
the
did he?
mouthpiece, and initially he looked like he was the leader.
Yeah, he
Initially,
did.
he was always in the center. He always cut the promos. He always started. Then they slowly moved it to Reigns.
Does he talk a little bit about? I wonder if he talks
No,
about
he
that in the
doesn't talk
book.
about the Shield at all in the interview.
Okay. What does he say about WWE in there? Because I'm sure he talked about it.
He really didn't talk that much about WWE. Most of the
Oh,
things
yeah.
he talked about uh were either about that Foley segment, never doing another scripted promo in his life, and
Yeah.
talking about deciding to work with AEW and how the decision wasn't easy. And
John Moxley's new style that he just started doing, where he just comes in and kills people. I'm sorry, that's a banned word in WWE.
yes,
We
he
don't say
says
kill.
that there's a design, there's a reason he's doing it now, that
Yeah.
there's a story to it. I'm not gonna, spoil it,
Yeah.
but
Good.
there's a reason to what I'm doing now. And he, like, it's so hilarious because like you could tell he gets in the mood as he's talking about it. Like, yeah, I want to fuck that motherfucker up. Like he was
Yeah.
like, like I was
Did
dying
he
of
talk it?
laughter.
Did he talk at all about, going back to New Japan? Is he looking at that?
No, they didn't talk about that.
Okay. Did
It
they
was
talk about
mainly,
his?
about the book. And the
Yeah.
fact is, there's no point in talking about Japan. As long as the pandemic is going, Japan ain't happening for
Yeah.
nobody in
It's a
AEW.
good point.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. If there was no pandemic, all those guys would be there already, and we know that. Like all of them would be there. Like we would
I
have the
know.
forbidden door super open. Like
Do you have anything else? Any other notes about the Moxley interview?
I found it interesting how he was talking about the Suzuki match and how
Hmm.
he's really good friends with Suzuki and he considers him like his best friend over there. But before they had their feud, he was talking himself up like this motherfucker, this king of pancreas motherfucker thinks I'm soft because I'm from WWE and I'm gonna
So he
show
did
that
like a Michael Jordan
motherfucker,
type thing
huh?
where he's invented. So he's like he did like a Michael Jordan
Yeah,
type
he
thing where he's
invented a
like
narrative, and he
he
also,
invented a narrative that doesn't exist.
yeah, and he talked about in the G1. He also did that where he was
Yeah.
making this narrative in his head that all
Well,
the
it
guys in
worked
the it
because
does
when he
work.
came out, he looked like he was pissed, and I feel
Yeah,
like that's what he needs to do.
and the narrative is probably what a lot of people were thinking. I don't think they were thinking it. I don't think wrestlers think like that, but I definitely think fans were thinking that way. And
Mm,
he was thinking, oh man, they think this soft as WWE guy is gonna come here and have shitty
mm,
matches and have soft matches. And he went in and I mean, it was great. It was really great.
yeah.
I don't
Well,
think he's got to do another G1 again, but I think it was
no.
great when he did it.
I look forward to seeing him destroy Orange Cassidy,
Oh yeah, that's
freshly
gonna be awesome.
freshly squeezed.
Like, does anybody like even that? It's not just gonna be a. It's gonna be a squash. Like it
It
has
needs
to
to
be a
be.
squash.
Needs to be. The only match that he doesn't need to have a squash with
Of
is
course,
Danielson.
of course.
Thank you for watching the Kings Road podcast. You can subscribe here.
To get the latest clips and news on the show, or like us on Facebook.com/Kings Road Podcast, or email us at podcastkingsroad@gmail.com.
Also, check out our Instagram at Kings_Road_podcast and our Twitter at the KRP podcast. Thank you.